Greetings, fellow mortals. One of the sad facts of being an artist is that marketing is very important. It's not exactly a field that I completely comprehend. I can understand the art of the trailer, that's simple, and I'm not even the best video editor in the world, as you can probably tell. I'm trying here, but it's not my best skill. But it's something that's an understandable art form for movies and shows. Pick out a few key scenes, quotes, and key moments to make a potential audience interested. Of course, the art of it would be to gain that interest without giving too much away. Besides that, marketing always seems like people screaming into the wind and hoping that people will pay attention. Ads on social media, billboards, benches, buses, talk shows, word of mouth. It's all there. That part does make sense to me in a way. It's a science just as much as it is an art form. There's trends to it. What often perplexes me is what becomes viral and what doesn't. After all, the hard part of marketing now is that everyone is trying to sell something to everyone else. So how do you not get drowned out? As an aspiring YouTuber and author, that's something that I'm trying to figure out for myself. It's a journey, and personally, I tend to believe that hard work, attempting to improve, a polite attitude, and perseverance wins out in the end. Of course, this is coming from the guy whose biggest money sink into all of this was the $20 microphone that I had to buy anyway. Besides that, I had all of the other necessary equipment from other projects and from work. So it's not the end of the world if I don't make much money on this stuff for a while, especially because I don't have any brand value yet. In my opinion, brand value is the most important part of selling anything nowadays. Do you trust the brand? Yes. Good. Then you'll invest money into it. If the answer is no, well, then I guess that product isn't going to get any attention. So that's why I find this whole situation with Strange World to be weird. Is there a bigger brand in the world other than Disney? They have more money and a bigger name than most countries. So why didn't they at least try to use their brand power for this new movie, Strange World? According to Wikipedia, which we all know is the complete authority on everything, the budget of Strange World was between $130 million and $180 million, and it earned less than $30 million at the box office. Now, I'm not the biggest expert on this, especially because the movie budget is different than the marketing budget, but $30 million seems like a big loss compared to even the lowest end possible of what it cost to make the movie. Over $100 million in the red. Wow, that doesn't seem even possible for a Disney product. Why did this happen? Well, it might hurt that I didn't even hear about this film until it was out, and I still didn't see an ad for it. Now, I'm a grown man. I don't exactly drown myself in Disney products at all times. My interest in most of their products has waned, but I promise you that I always, at all times, have seen ads for the new Disney product, whether it be a show, a special, or a movie. If it was created by Disney, I usually see ads for it. It's impossible to escape that marketing machine. So imagine my surprise when the first time I hear about Strange World was by a random account online. It said, Strange World has Disney's first openly gay character. Now, that didn't exactly affect me because Disney has about 32 first openly gay characters. Usually that just means that there is a quick romantic or kissing scene for releases in specific regions. Just short enough so that Disney can cut it out for the releases in markets which are less accepting of the LGBT plus community. To my delight and surprise, that wasn't the case. Ethan Claude is in fact a gay teenage boy with an open crush on another young man, and it's treated as something that just exists. like it's normal, how it should be treated in real life. So that's a very good thing. It's something that I like about the movie, of course, but that could also be a reason why it was left to die. There was no way to edit the LGBT plus element out of the film, so there was no China money to be made. So that hurts its ability to make money, but that doesn't mean that it still couldn't have been a big film in more progressive markets. If Disney told us the movie existed before it actually came out. I'm sure that parents would have went to see the film with their kids, and I'm sure that activists would have seen the movie multiple times. Hell, I would have gone to see the movie earlier if I'd known about it, or, if they didn't release it the day before Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me with that level of timing? Now, Thanksgiving doesn't matter much outside of the US, I get that, so it wouldn't influence other countries, but if you're an American, you know that you're not going to be seeing a movie that weekend. Wednesday is prep, Thursday is swamped, Black Friday is self-explanatory, Saturday is cleanup, and Sunday is a daze and a hangover. There is no time to go out and see a film. So why didn't Disney just wait a week? It's the first few days of December, a week after November. Use Christmas in your marketing. Disney Magic at the most magical time of the year. Do tie-ins with cereal, other Disney products, and anything that's willing to advertise for Disney. So basically everything, because it's the biggest brand ever. They could have even pushed the LGBT plus community angle. Every company does that lately. It's not like I'm suggesting something crazy here. Just tell people about the film. I mean, they could have even teamed up with civil rights lawyers and charities and just given them posters and then would have gotten free advertisement for it. It doesn't seem all that hard. It's pretty simple. But they didn't do any of this. Now, this is the year where Warner Brother Discovery decided to let Batgirl die for a tax write-off. Then they lost so much money that we can still hear the executives sobbing over it. Of course, I expected that film to be bad, but we'll never know for sure. We do know that Strange World is a fine film, though. I wouldn't call it revolutionary. It follows the usual storyline trends as of late: generational trauma, climate change, a pretty by-the-numbers and safe plot overall, and the characters aren't the most interesting in the world. But it was a step in the right direction where the main character was LGBT+. I'm for seeing more of these types of stories, especially with a gay man. God knows that Netflix has a ton of lesbian couples and main characters in their shows. It's gotten to the point that I expect it. Not a lot of gay men, though. It's an interesting dynamic, and there are plenty of different speculations that I can have for that trend. After this year, I don't know if that's a trend that's going to change. This failure and the failure of Bros is going to say something to the executives pushing these movies. Of course, Bros didn't work because it was a rom-com about gay men with a bunch of male nudity. That leads to a lot of issues. Straight men don't want to see a bunch of dudes bumping uglies. Straight women see enough men genitalia unsolicited from social media. Lesbian women aren't going to want to see it, so that left adult gay men as the core audience. I think that the fix for this would have been to make the film more lovey-dovey so that women would have wanted to see it. Don't expect them to want to see more male butts and balls. But Strange World wasn't like that. It wasn't a raunchy movie. It was a cute children's story. It's fine. I doubt that would have stood the test of time as one of the best Disney movies ever made, but it didn't need to be that. All it needed to be was a step forward. Unfortunately, it received zero marketing. It makes me wonder what's going on behind the scenes of this film. It feels like backstage politicking and a few personal feuds came into play. Like there was someone or some people that wanted the film to fail because of a personal grudge. That and the desire not to anger foreign markets are all that I can think of as to why Disney did absolutely nothing to push this film. The company left Strange World to die. I'm sure that people will grow to appreciate the story later, like with Treasure Planet. that was also a film that was abandoned to die. It will have its time eventually. I think that it's just sad that it got zero support from its parent company. And I think that it's sad that everyone is going to learn the wrong lesson from this. I'm already hearing bad takes from every side imaginable, but I know what we should get out of all of this. If you're going to make art, tell people about it, because if you don't, it will never be a success. And I think Strange World proves this. But what do you think? Am I completely off base here? Did you see Strange World? Did you like it? Did you think that it deserved better? Please leave a comment down below. I'd really like to hear your perspectives. And thank you so much for watching. If you like my takes on storytelling, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It would really help me out. Also, please remember that I'll be self-publishing my novel, Dance of Frozen Death, at the start of 2023. I hope that you will check it out. I appreciate you. Do not despair.